What are the gang signals? Is a player's life in danger? Whoa! Some of the world's top ballers drip especially hard and like to have ink on their body to show off their skills. So, all I have to do now is compile a list of football players' hidden tattoo meanings. First and foremost, Raheem Sterling's tattoo nearly got him banned from sport. Welcome back to another exciting video from SUPERINFOHIVE. Before we start the video, please like, subscribe, and press the bell icon. With the World Cup just a few weeks away, England manager Gareth Southgate released his World Cup selection, and Sterling made the squad. Most males would write a fancy post with some clever captions to celebrate. Sterling, on the other hand, elected to do something different, unveiling his new body art, and everyone lost it. I had no idea he was a shooter in Resident Evil. Guys, Sterling's tattoo sparked quite a bit of debate. And, with his name smeared in the mud, he had to come out and explain everything. And his reasoning may cause you to drop a tear or two. My father was murdered when I was 2 years old. I promised myself I would never become entangled in that life. Because I shoot with my right foot, it has a deeper meaning. I'm with you, Raheem. He went on to have an incredible World Cup, assisting England in reaching the semifinals for the first time since 1990. At least Raheem understands the significance of his tattoo. Imagine receiving one and having no idea what it signifies. This individual, do you recall him? You, of course, do. Aguero. Aside from scoring one of the most legendary goals in Premier League history, Aguero has a prominent tattoo on his arm that he's been wearing for years. It seems reasonable, but here's where things get insane, man. The guy has yet to learn what it is. Aguero now claims he completed it because he admired it the first time he saw it. The artist claimed it was from Lord of the Rings, although Aguero had never seen the film. Hey, Sergio, next time, take a cue from my buddy Neymar, whose tattoos each tell a separate tale. Neymar is one of the game's most tattooed players. He has more than 46 tattoos. It's extraordinary that Neymar might get a tattoo of me talking about getting tattoos. That's how much he cares for them. However, every one of Neymar's tattoos is distinctive. Neymar has a full-body tattoo of his sister's face on his right shoulder. That's how much he cares for her. And this made me reflect on how I can't go 5 minutes without bickering with mine. There's another face on his bicep on his right arm, and it's not his sister. It's not him, it's his mother. When you combine that with a prayer tattoo on his chest to honor his father, it's clear Neymar adores his family. But it's not just family that's getting tattooed on his skin. Neymar got 2 words tattooed on both ankles shortly after joining Barcelona in 2014. That perfectly characterized his career. Alegria and Ousigia. These are not code names. Ousigia denotes courage, while Alegria means joy in English. That's quite cool. Neymar got these tattoos to remind himself of his career and everything he'd been through. He has been suffering since childhood, being called scrawny by his peers and having to work hard and push to make it to Santos before ultimately making it big. It all got to him, and he determined these 2 words would be his life's mantra. You can't beat a guy who grinds to the bone. I can see Neymar getting family images tattooed on his body, but Nicolas Otamendi needs to explain himself. And I'll explain why. The man has the appearance of a Viking, and he is one, at least in his head. Apart from being a World Cup winning defender, Nicolas Otamendi is a TV program junkie. And I don't mean in the manner that average people like you and I do after binge viewing a favorite show. Oraminti, on the other hand, makes sure that he remembers his favorites, literally. Otamendi has tattoos of Walter White from Breaking Bad, Ragnar from Vikings, and Thomas Shelby from Peaky Blinders on his back. I'm sure Otamendi already knows what his top 3 most watched Netflix shows are. But he recently chose to get a new face tattooed on his skin. And, before you ask, no, this was not a Game of Thrones episode. It's something like that. Add an A to the GOAT. After Argentina won the World Cup last year, Otamendi tattooed Messi's face on his torso. And judging by his reply, Messi appeared happy. Defenders with a lot of ink may appear stylish, but no one does a body job like Sergio Ramos. When you have 42 tattoos, you're either in love with a lot of ink or in the Sergio Ramos category. Ramos is now regarded as one of the greatest defenders of his generation. As a defender, he has scored over 100 goals. While Ramos' appearance has evolved from that of a playboy to that of a Viking, his love for tattoos has remained constant. Oops, change that, it has expanded. Some of his 42 body tattoos have profound meanings. He has a lion tattooed on his back, and a wolf howls at the moon. These only support the net on his tatted back, and his Dreamcatcher tattoo means everything to him. The Dreamcatcher phrase is commonly used to protect against nightmares and terrible dreams, and the inscription is everything. Only those who went hungry beside me and stood by me can eat at my table. Sergio probably won't forgive me for grabbing a quick Subway sandwich while he was hungry back in the day. Sergio is a family man as well, and on his lower back, he has artwork to represent this. That writing beneath the crucifix, Miriam for Renee, has meaning for him. Miriam is his sister, Renee is his brother, and Ramos is his cousin, demonstrating his closeness to his siblings. But the ones with everyone talking are on his most apparent body part. Because these 4 numerals are his code, here's how it works. His first professional jersey numbers were 35 and 32, respectively, while his first Spanish national team jersey number was 19. But that 90 plus is something else, the Madrid Derby and the Champions League final in 2014. Atleti was leading 1-0. Real Madrid had only seconds to save the game, with a corner deep into stoppage time. Sergio King's grip. This goal allowed Madrid to afford a 1-point victory, and Ramos wanted to make sure he never forgot the event, which is permanently imprinted into his skin. While the numbers on his fingertips are impressive, they aren't as enigmatic as the Zlatan code. Zlatan Ibrahimovic is full of himself. He dubbed himself the god of football. But with over 500 career goals, I'm guessing he's backing up all that mouth action. Zlatan has shown a strong preference for being tattooed over the years. He's even got tattoos on his buttocks. Yo! However, not all of Zlatan's tattoos are elaborate. Like his lion tattoo, which demonstrates his bravery and everything he had to overcome as a child. In 2015, Zlatan employed ink to convince the world that, contrary to popular belief, he is one of a kind. He had the names of approximately 150 children worldwide tattooed on his body. Respect. But I recently saw Zlatan remove his shirt, and on his arms are a couple of codes that appear like a secret unique operation dubbed the Zlatan Code. But, in reality, these codes allude to the birthdays of his family's most prominent guys. Safik, his late brother Sapko, Alexander, another of his brothers, and the birthdays of his 2 sons, Maximilian and Vince. Zlatan, do you have a problem with women or what? I'm not going to lie, that looks cool. If you're going to get your family tattooed on your body, you should do it like these men, except Messi, who has yet to see the memo. Messi, in addition to being the best player of all time, has a significant number of tattoos. He has 17 tattoos, with several having specific meanings, such as a tattoo of Jesus on his right arm because he is a devout Christian. He has a photo of his mother on his back since he adores her, as well as the birth dates of his family members on his left leg. But there is one untidy tat that looks weird since straight after pulling his shirt off, I honestly believed he acquired a giant zit in his lower region before I zoomed in and realized it was a tat. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content.